Welcome to the Melanated.World.Network. Produced by DM3 Entertainment. Letting you know that melanin is sexy. And learn to love melanin masculinity. And letting the ladies know that virtuous femininity is your superpower. And encouraging men to be on their purpose. And the ultimate goal is a melanated nuclear family by any means necessary. So sit back and enjoy yourself, and you might learn something. What's up, world? And what's up to all my conservative thinking people? What I'm about to do on this video right here is my TikTok is kind of blowing up because, I'm a conservative individual like myself is loving what I'm saying on my channel. So what we're going to do here is we're going to hit y'all up with different clips that's on my YouTube channel. And we're going to talk about it because, 2024 is on its way. And conservative people like myself, we can't let this Biden thing happen again. We can't let people think that, Trump is racist or anything like that. We got to stop being blindly fed this foolishness. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to hit you in the head with a bunch of different TikTok videos. We're going to react to them and show you how things should be. So let's go.
As millions of Americans struggle in this economy. Listen.
We have the greatest economy in the history of our country, probably the greatest economy in the history of the world. We're energy independent, soon to be energy dominant. We have more liquid gold under our feet than any other nation. And these stupid fools ended it. And energy went from $1.87 and even lower for gasoline, for a car. And your electricity bills went through the roof, your heating bills went through the roof. And that's what started inflation. And it hasn't stopped because people are paying now for bacon and for eggs and for the 2 and 3 times what it was just a little while ago.
Yeah, that is so true. That's the number one issue, I think, for all Americans right now is inflation. We can't afford what we used to be able to afford. So he's hitting the nail on the head there. This is our wonderful panel. We have Republicans, Democrats, Independents. So I just want to ask y'all, raise your hand. Is inflation the number one issue for you? It is? Okay, Marissa, how about for you? What's your number one issue?
My number one issue is national security, but obviously the economy is extremely important.
And the border falls into that category. Yeah, all right. So who here wants to talk? I'll start with you in the back, Mary Josephine, because you're an independent. And you watched last night, you heard him on CNN. What'd you think? How'd you think he did on the economy compared to Joe Biden?
There's no comparison. Under Trump, you could afford living. We live in New York City. It's impossible just to get by here. You mentioned eggs a couple of minutes ago. We have a pastry shop. Eggs about a year and a half ago were $31 a case. It went up to $161. It's down to probably about $120 right now.
You raise your rates?
Exactly. How do you survive? How much can you charge a customer, an egg omelet or an egg platter? $15, $16. It's unbelievable. As far as I'm concerned, we were much better under Trump in every facet of my life. It was just much easier to get by, especially when you're living in a city like this. We have the added New York City taxes and whatnot on us. So, I think Trump did a pretty good job last night.
Kayem, you're a Democrat. You're right here on the front row. And how is the party surviving when you look at what's happening at the border, when you look at the grocery store prices, when you look at crime increasing in all of our big Democratic cities? How do people still vote for a Democrat?
Honestly, I have no clue because it's like nothing's being done. Like everybody's losing their job. These big companies are laying everybody off. And like she was saying, it's hard in itself just to survive in New York. So something has to be changed. It just needs to be shaken up, period. It's just the same old rhetoric, the same old things, the same old people, and nothing gets done. and you just keep voting over and over for the same people. It might be a different person, but the same thing. They're doing the same thing. Nothing changes.
I know. And then, and the way that they treat the Biden family compared to the Republican families. I mean, who wants to run for office now if you're a Republican?
Exactly.
Lisa, Angela, what is your biggest concern?
Economy, of course, but during Trump administration, I was paying like propane, heating my house. I was paying like $2 a gallon. Now I pay $5 a gallon. So winter for me, it's very hard to keep everybody warm and happy at the house.
Yeah.
Grocery store, you go to the grocery store, every day that you go there, it's a different price. So you spend $200. I mean, I'm blessed that I can afford, but what about the other people? That they are on a minimum wage, that they are not able. New York City, it's a killer for small business. Actually, New York State, we are small business owners. Taxes are killing us.
Have you thought about leaving?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
So many that have.
Many times, and we're already making a plan and packing because we can, it's crime in New York City. It's the cost of living. They don't care about anybody that works hard, but they care about the people that are using and abusing the system. And we can't keep going this way.
Okay, Chris, right behind you. What is your biggest concern?
My biggest concern is always what's going on in the home front, and then immediately after that would be immigration, and then beyond that is foreign concerns.
Yep.
But something we were talking about earlier, and I believe it's a good thing to cover, is Trump is a business owner. He's ran major businesses, and I think that the country is basically a very large business. And when you put someone who knows how to operate a business, budgets, and everything that goes along with it, it's a real...
Is the country ready for him again?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
You see what's happening on the border, and you know he would stop that,
yes,
or do the best that he could to stop it.
Yes.
You know, with crime, I mean, he's a pretty common sense guy when it comes to that. But
yeah,
are we ready to go back to the tweets and to all of the rhetoric again?
Yeah, that's the one biggest question. But as far as crushing immigration, I mean, the country needs immigration. It's good, but legal immigration. We can't have illegal immigration. It gets out of control.
All right, John, we haven't heard from you on this panel. Yeah, tell us what your concerns are.
Under Trump, we have prosperity and opportunity. Under Biden, we have despair and survival.
Yeah.
People are trying to survive the Biden economy. Whether you talk about household budgets in terms of inflation, for common things in terms of paying the rent, utility bills, groceries, and caring for their families, people are trying to figure that out. And they're also using credit in terms of revolving credit just to try to close their home budgets at a time in which interest rates are extremely high. So, you know, people are thinking about, okay, if it's Trump Biden, hey, you know what? I think I had it really well under Trump.
Yep.
So this economy under Biden is really highlighting the positive policies that existed under Trump.
I think for a lot of people, it's the direction of this country too. I mean, we're terrified when you can't afford your eggs at your restaurant. That's really scary. And putting food on the table for our kids, paying for their college,
is national, you know, foreign security, right?
I know.
National security. Yeah,
right.
Totally.
Y'all, thank you.
I know it took a little bit, took a little while, but the points got put across. And as y'all understand, what this situation we have here with the Democrats, it has to do with the economy, how they're making everybody have to live extra hard and extra hustle just to make ends meet. And it's not about white supremacy. It's not about how racist the Republicans can be. It's nothing about that. What it is about is the fact that we are going to drag America down and down if you guys keep being blindly manipulated into thinking that the Democrats are the only way for you to get a benefit in your life. And I'm going to tell you, 4 more years of this, it's not going to fly. And like on my next TikTok, real quick, to make you laugh, this is what people truly feel. If you're talking about another 4 years of Biden, come on, check out the video.
The American people want 4 more years of President Biden.
Jesus Christ. A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. Bullshit.
There you go. Just a little something to laugh about. But on a serious note, even the baby understands that we cannot afford to deal with another 4 years of the Democrats being in charge of our country. Because something like that, it's not going to be good. And the whole thing is, you people have to realize the next video I'm about to show you is the Democrats' #1 play in their playbook. And that is to make you, as melanated people in America, to think that everything is racial. Everything is white supremacy. Everything is the Republicans are all racist and they're not going to help the melanated people in America. And I'm here to tell you that's a false narrative. So check out this video and I'll get back with you. Let's go.
The last question I wanted to ask you, of course, is going to be about, there's a very popular slander against former President Trump, and that is the very famous argument that he is racist. You are a man of color. What is your reaction to that argument?
Well, I'm also old. I remember when President Trump backed Jesse Jackson when he ran for president. You would see pictures of Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, Muhammad Ali, Oprah Winfrey, all shaking hands, being friendly, smoking cigars together. Oprah Winfrey actually came out and said she wanted to be like Trump. Until he came down the elevator or escalator and ran for president as a Republican. Magically, he became racist. We know he's not. There's stories about Trump, and I don't know how many people know this, but there was a homeless woman, American of African descent, living in Trump Tower. And somebody came and told him, and said, well, we've got this woman living here, what are we going to do with her? He said nothing. He let her stay there because so she could have a place to live. So those stories don't get out.
The brainwashing narrative that they're racist. First and foremost, if you are conservative like myself and you want to have a decent life living in this country, then you need to stop believing the brainwashing that you can't vote for a Republican because they're not for you. In actuality, if you are an individual who believes in nuclear family, you believe in the Second Amendment, the First Amendment, it doesn't matter if you're black or white, they're for you. And I want you to check out this video here next to show you that these videos and the Republicans are for you. Check it out.
It's time for all of us to remember that we are one people with one great American destiny. And that whether we are black or brown or white, we all bleed the same red blood of patriots. And we all share the same glorious freedoms of our magnificent country. We are all made by the same Almighty God.
And you have had a rough history, but that should not stop you from continuing moving forward, because you can do it if you put your mind to it. And it may be hard, but in America, you have the opportunity to make it happen. And I'll tell you this, if these people out here are bamboozled and vote for Biden once again and put him in office, you're going to get a call, or Trump is going to get a call from the Democrats, and it's going to go just like this.
Hello? Yeah, listen. We fucked up.
And I couldn't say it any better. That if you people continue to allow the Democrats to bamboozle you into voting for them constantly and without knowing what they're going to offer you but a bunch of promises, then you're going to end up just like this clip that I'm about to hit you with. Check it out.
One life
I got no life. I'm in the dark here. You understand? I'm in the dark.
It's about the policies, not about the race baiting. So remember that, so you don't end up in the dark. So till next time, peace. If you haven't hit the subscribe button, do your brother a favor, hit that subscribe. And then also give me a thumbs up, hit that like button, and share it with a friend. Sharing is caring. Until next time, I'll see you